Good evening, guys, gals, everything in between. We are at Thursday night, June 4th, 2020. Tonight's breaking news update just came in about an hour ago on the news. Buffalo police officers are suspended after violently shoving man onto ground. Pretty graphic video. Don't know how much I can show, as I'll read to you what happened and then maybe show some of the video. I don't know how much I can show. Good evening, Kai Kai. How are you? So, yeah, it was reported. Hey, Christian, how's it going? It was reported on the news about an hour ago. Again, it's a little graphic, so I don't know if I'll be able to show the whole thing, but I'll read about it first and then, well, show what I can anyways. So just give me a second. I'll load up the article and then I'll read it. But again, welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome back once again to the stream. Leave a thumbs up while you're here, and yeah, I'll see what I can show about this video. In the meantime, I'll read to you what happened. It's just an ongoing protest and ongoing police controversy. Shortly after Buffalo's curfew started, city police and state police swept through the area of Niagara Square directly in front of City Hall to clear the area where a protest was finishing. An unidentified older man was shoved by two officers in the line. The man lost his balance and fell to the pavement, audibly hitting his head with blood running out from under his head. Two medics came forward and treated him, helping him put him in the ambulance, and he was taken away to Erie County Hospital or Medical Center. A Buffalo police spokesman issued a statement at 8:50 p.m., about 2 hours ago, Thursday, saying a fifth person was arrested during a skirmish with other protesters and also charged with disorderly conduct. During that skirmish involving protesters, one person was injured when he tripped and fell. Apparently, he did not trip and fall. I will show you guys some videos about it. You tell me, does it look like he tripped and fell? And if he tripped and fell, then why did the cops get suspended? Department officials have since said a full internal affairs investigation is underway, and that Police Commissioner Byron Lockwood has ordered the immediate suspension of the two officers involved without pay. The spokesman said other 4 people were arrested on disorderly conduct charges for blocking traffic in Niagara Square during the protest. I'm going to see which clips I would be allowed to show. Again, it's very, very graphic. Yeah, he did not trip and fall. He got pushed. Yeah, I don't know if I can. Well, it's not too graphic, as far as it's about a 40-second clip. I'll show it in a second. Christian says, make sure to smash that like button, people, and make sure to subscribe. Thank you very much, Christian. I appreciate that. Let me load up the hey, Clayform. Do you have a link so we can see it? I'm gonna show it. It's about 40 seconds, like I said. Give me a couple seconds here. I'm gonna load it and make sure you guys can see it. Just give me a second here, guys. By the way, Clayform, welcome to the channel. I guess you're new here, right? I haven't seen you here before. Welcome. Okay, this is from... I'm subbed. Great, appreciate that, buddy. Just tonight? How did you find me, by the way? I always ask people, you know, I'm interested to know how they found the channel. Let me make it full screen. See if there's any audio before I play it. Okay, here we go, guys. I'm going to play it for you guys right now. Let me press play if it might help. There we go. It was a quick clip. It was only about 30 seconds. I'm going to see if I can find you other angles. Usually they are different angles I can find. So give me a couple of minutes. I'll try to find some different angles, and we'll show some more videos about it. Been sub for a long time. I think I just came by it. Thank you, Clay. Kai said, why did they do this to the man? Krishna says, you're welcome, Kai. Why they did it is they were kind of pushing him out of the way because he was walking into their face, I guess. But he seemed to, when he was going back, to stumble, and maybe he did trip over his feet, but the cops did push him. So let me see if I can find different videos. I'm sure with all the people that were there was going to be different angles. Some people say in 2 hours, Buffalo police have gone from tripped and fell to 2 officers suspended without pay. What would have been the result if there weren't cell phone video? Good question. They also say now that the man who was shoved is in stable condition, thankfully. Clay form, yeah, he definitely didn't need to be pushed. Especially, he looks like a senior, not like a 20-year-old kid or something who could fight for himself. I mean, the elderly, you don't push the elderly, man. That's almost as bad as pushing a woman. Watch these Buffalo police officers shove a peaceful protester to ground, causing him to bleed. They then do absolutely nothing to help him, as they are trained to do. This is evil. Do white lives matter? Yeah, good question. I mean, it's just, I don't really say it as, Black lives matter or white lives matter. How about just human lives? Do human lives matter? This one says, this is another angle, very graphic. Also shows inaction of all officers. It's really bad. Falling on a head, especially on cement, on pavement. Okay, guys, I do have another angle. This is from across the street. Check it out. Again, from across the street. It's about a minute. There you see him across the street. There's the push. So, again, a couple of officers ruin it for the lot. I've said it in last night's stream, and I said in the night stream before that. Not all cops are bad, but when one does this, It paints the whole town bad, you know. Clay says, I live on the big island of Hawaii and people are doing BLM here too. Why? It's uh it's the whole world that's doing it. I mean, Hawaii, understandably, but I mean, even in Europe, it's going on right now. So it's not that the problem is the protests. It's the problem as the rioters and the looters. I mean, protesting, we have the right. Um, almost every country has the right to protest. We should be fortunate that we have that right. Uh, Unfortunately, people think that they have the right to loot and riot, which is not a protest. I'm trying to see if anybody has a name of the guy that fell, but the guy, you know how old he was? Never mind, senior citizen. He was 70. He is 75 years old. I got a statement from Mayor W. Brown, who is the mayor of Buffalo. He said, tonight, after a physical altercation between two separate groups of protesters participating in an illegal demonstration beyond the curfew, two Buffalo police officers knocked down a 75-year-old man. The victim is in stable but serious condition at ECMC. I think that's Erie County Medical Center, I believe. I was deeply disturbed by the video, as was Buffalo Police Commissioner Byron Lockwood. He directed an immediate investigation into the matter, and the two officers have been suspended without pay. So basically, a slap on the wrist. After days of peaceful protest and several meetings between myself, police leadership, and members of the community, tonight's event is disheartening. I hope to continue to build on the progress we have achieved as we work together to address racial injustice and inequity in the city of Buffalo. My thoughts are with the victim tonight. Well, this has got nothing to do with race. I mean, he's a white 75-year-old senior citizen. But regardless, as I said, whatever color, whatever age, you shouldn't be doing that kind of thing, you know. Let me catch up on some of the messages here. Bob says hello, I'm back. Welcome back, Bob. Hopefully you behave tonight. I don't want you to go back on timeout. Clayform says on the second video, the other cops look shocked at what happened. The ones on the street there look like, yeah, what the heck is going on? But you can see or hear one of the cops saying, stay in line, stay in line. In other words, don't go and check out what happened. Stay where you are. The police officer name is Aaron Torgalski. I don't understand why they haven't released the 75-year-old name. Aaron Torgalski is the name of the police officer. Bob says, I may have gotten out of line last night. My bad. No problem. Like I said, everybody deserves a second chance. Let's see what kind of messages I can find for this Aaron Togalski. Or what was it? Togalski. I'm sure nobody's going to side with the cops, and it's just going to incite more problems. No problem, Bob. One person says, there will be calls for Officer Torgalski to be fired. There will be calls for Officer Torgalski to be arrested and prosecuted. It is no longer about Officer Torgalski. It is about the broken immoral system that his actions speak to. It all has to go. Yeah, just when you thought it was bad enough, right, Christian? Officer Torgalski and his supervisor or evil men not only did they push an old man, they left him bleeding from the ears, and then said he tripped and fell. These people are someone's neighbors. Monsters walk among us. Stay safe and be better than yesterday. Yeah, it was the worst part was they just walked away while you could actually see the blood coming from his ears. I mean, I was kind of hoping that they didn't show that on the video, but I mean, another person says here, 15 plus officers. That's how many walked past this bleeding man like he was trash on the curb. They had energy to swarm a man holding a sign, though. The man who was pushed is in stable condition, by the way. Officer Torgalski, shame on you. Shame on all of you. Shouldn't be just the two people that are suspended without pay. It should be all the ones who were walking away from that. Here is the, let's see what you say here. Christian says, these cops don't care about us in America. Clayform totally agrees. Here's a picture of the tough guy. Look at this. That's him. Torgalski. He's look how he's holding the baton there, so sternly, like the guy's gonna get up or something and then fight back. Tough guy, eh? Tough guy. It's funny how I said that Antifa characters are all dressed in black. What do we have here? Coincidence? And he's just looking at him. Just looking at him. No remorse as to what you did or anything. You know, just when you thought you couldn't get even more sick to your stomach, something adds to it. Yes, very sad. Christian says, real tough pushing an old man. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Um, okay, so somebody here says, laceration, possible concussion, but stable. And this is for you guys as well. If you want to call that Mayor Brown, the one I read you, his statement, and demand that Officer Torgalski gets fired, not suspended, you guys can call 716 851 4841. Even, just shoot him a message or something. Say, hey, you know what? Fire this guy's ass. 716 851 4841. It's our right to do such a thing, so we should. Officer Torgalski and his supervisors actually said he tripped and fell. What if we didn't see the video? I wish police would be honest enough to say what actually happened. We cracked his skull, and only the National Guard cared to see if he was okay. Another one says, Officer Torgalski has now deleted his LinkedIn profile, suggesting he may be aware of the public reporting of his name. I would discourage seeking to harass this man. While his actions here are detestable, harassment cannot resolve the systematic problems of policing. Yeah, no, they should go after him. He's done for. Well, so he should be. But again, I think, suspended without pay is just a slap on the wrist, really. The officer needs to be fired and arrested now. The Buffalo PD needs to own up to the fact that this was an assault. The victim did not trip. Well, look at it this way. Um, how long did it take Chauvin to get arrested? Wasn't it like 4 days after the fact? And what about the other three cops? A week later? And even then, Chauvin only got second degree. I know that we're all harking, he should get first, but in all actuality, he won't get first degree murder. unfortunately. Another one said, done. Voicemail left. We'll call again tomorrow. We need to demand that Officer Torgowski be fired and prosecuted. That's assault. We all saw it. This is unacceptable and police must be held accountable for their actions. And that's another thing. This is one guy saying, I see Officer Torgowski, but two more of those effers pushed him. Can't wait to see your badges on a desk and you effing thugs rotting in a cell. It's all, everybody's all pissed off about it, but I don't think much is going to come of this. I mean, sure, there's going to be more riots, more protests, but I honestly do not think he, and the reason why he's not going to be charged so hard is because I hope this guy's going to pull through, the 75-year-old man. But imagine if he hit his head so hard that he passed away. It's George Floyd protest part 2. The rioting and looting will continue. Guys, if you haven't already, please do hit that thumbs up button. I would appreciate that. But yeah, I was going to start talking about Madeleine and the sad news that she might, officially be passed away with that I want to say bastard. Let me read you the latest on Madeleine McCann. It doesn't sound good though. After 13 years that she's been missing, Madeleine McCann assumed dead by German prosecutors. German prisoner is strongest Madeleine McCann suspect yet. It's really, really sad story. I don't know if you guys heard of her from a long time ago. I'll read it. Basically, like I said, this is a sad one. German prosecutors assume Madeleine McCann is dead. I'm going to cue locate him later. This is back. Q kid. Missing British girl Madeleine McCann is assumed dead by the German prosecutors who are investigating a new suspect for possible murder in connection to her case. McCann was just 3 years old when she vanished from a holiday apartment in the resort of Praia de Luz, Portugal, on May 3rd in 2007, sparking an international hunt. She has never been found, and no one has ever been charged over her disappearance. On Thursday, the spokesman for the state prosecutor's office of Braunschweig in the state of Lower Saxony told CNN his office assumes McCann is dead. Spokesman Hans Christian Wolters said they would not elaborate what evidence they have to support this, as it is an ongoing investigation. The development came after police in Britain and Germany on Wednesday identified a new suspect as a 43-year-old German man. He was named in German media as Christian B. The suspect's full name is not being reported in accordance with German privacy laws. What privacy law do you have when you're being suspected of killing a child? What privacy law? If you're accused of something like that, there is no privacy for you, man. Privacy law. It's like a 17-year-old who kills somebody. Oh, they're a child. 17-year-old ain't no child. If you're old enough to kill somebody, you know what you're doing. You're old enough to have your name put out there. Privacy law? Kidding me? UK authorities described the development as a significant new line of inquiry, while German authorities revealed the suspect has previously been convicted for sexually abusing children. Oh, Jesus Christ. The Braunschweig prosecutor's office said in a statement Wednesday that the suspect is currently serving a long jail sentence for an unrelated matter. He is now being investigated for possible murder in connection with McCann. Wolters said that if the investigation were to lead to charges and to a trial, the suspect would be tried in Germany, as murder is a criminal offense in Germany as it is in Portugal, independent of where the crime was carried out. McCann's parents believe the police announcement of a new suspect is potentially a very significant development in the case. The first time in more than 13 years that I can recall police focusing on one individual. 13 years, imagine. Kate and Jerry do feel it's potentially very significant. This is another important chapter in the search for their daughter. In a statement sent to CNN on Wednesday, the missing girl's parents thanked the police forces involved for their continued efforts in the search for Madeleine. All we have ever wanted is to find her, uncover the truth, and bring those responsible to justice. We will never give up hope of finding Madeleine alive, but whatever the outcome may be, we need to know, as we need to find peace. The suspect had lived in Portugal's Algarve region from 1995 to 2007 and also resided in a house in Praia de Luz, the resort town from which McCann disappeared, according to the Braunschweig prosecutor's office. Police say the suspect had access to this camper van and it was used in and around the area of Praia de Luz. That's the guy's camper van. Another sick to the stomach type of story. I mean, of course, we could always hold out hope that, he has nothing to do with it, but usually when they talk like this, it's not good news. The suspect had access to this van from at least April 2007 until sometime after May 2007. It was used in and around the area of Praia de Luz. The second vehicle is a 1993 British Jaguar, model XJR6, with a German number plate and registered in Germany. The car is believed to have been in the Praia de Luz and surrounding areas in 2006 and 7. The car was originally registered in the suspect's name. On the 4th of May 2007, the day after Madeleine's disappearance, the car was re-registered to someone else in Germany. Asked whether this might be another instance of an apparent breakthrough that comes to nothing, Mitchell accepted that there had been countless sightings, tip-offs, rumors, assumptions that have all sadly come to nothing. But as I say, in my memory of being involved in the case, the police have never been quite so specific about an individual as they have been in this appeal. Police say this Jaguar car was originally registered in the suspect's name, but the day after Madeleine's disappearance, the car was re-registered to someone else in Germany. There's the Jag. The license plate is blurred out, though. Kate and Jerry McCann are not doing interviews as they want to focus to remain on the police request for information around the phone numbers and cars used by this new suspect. Another sad story. I agree with you, Christian. Well, he's already in jail for something else, but guys like that seriously should just be shot and pissed on. What is wrong with like, you can't even say that he's mental or something. He's just totally effed in the head. This was the another photo of Madeleine. You could see there in her eye, her pupil. She has like it almost looks like a key. If you see her one of her eyes, the black going down on the right side there. Do you see it? Very unique eye she had, or I should say she has. I mean, we still got to hold out hope, but yeah, I mean, 43-year-old man, Christian B. Why not just say his name? Well, I don't understand what this privacy bullshit. Police released pictures showing the interior of one house believed to be linked to the suspect. I don't know what good this is going to do, but the suspect has been described as white with short blonde hair and about 6 feet tall with a slim build at the time. So if she was 3 in 2007, she'd be 16 right now. I wish there was a way that we could post pic here with your approval. A pic of what? Well, what did you want to send a pic of? If you tell me what it is, I mean, you could always send it to me on the email. But what's the picture of? This is a timeline of the Madeleine McCann case. There are other cop images. If you want to send them to me, you can email me at mavakaga@gmail.com. I could take a look at it, and I can show them through here, or make another video tomorrow and actually post them in better quality. As you know how it is when you're on mobile, you can't really show pictures from your phone. But I could always show them from the tablet, like I've been doing, and I could also make a video about it. Excuse me. So the timeline for the case was May 3rd, 2007. Alarm is raised after Madeleine is found to be missing. September 2007. Kate and Jerry McCann are made arguidos, formal suspects in their daughter's disappearance. Thanks, Clayform. July 2008. Portuguese police halt their investigation and lift the arguido status of the McCanns and another man, Robert Murat. May 2011. Prime Minister David Cameron asked the Metropolitan Police to help investigate. A 2-year review follows. March 2012, Portuguese police launch a review of the original investigation. That's now 5 years later. July 2013, Scotland Yard says it has new evidence and new witnesses in the case and opens a formal investigation into Madeleine's disappearance. October 2013, detectives in Portugal reopened the investigation, citing new lines of inquiry. January 2014, British detectives fly to Portugal amid claims they are planning to make arrests. December 2014, detectives question 11 people who it was thought may have information on the case. September 2015, the British government discloses that the investigation has cost more than £10 million. February 2017, Portugal's Supreme Court dismisses a long-running libel case against Goncalo Amaral, former head of the local police investigation, ruling that his book, which alleged the McCanns disposed of Madeleine's body, is protected by freedom of expression laws. April 2017, the only 4 official suspects investigated by police are ruled out of the investigation, but senior officers say they are pursuing a significant line of inquiry. November 2018, an extra £150,000 is granted to continue the investigation. It is the latest in a series of 6-month extensions which take the cost of Operation Grange to an estimated £11.75 million. March 2019, Netflix screens an 8-part documentary about Madeleine's disappearance. Her parents, who did not participate in the film, feel it could potentially hinder the police investigation. June 2019, the UK government says it will fund the Met Police inquiry, which began in 2011 until March 2020. June 2020, police reveal that a 43-year-old German prisoner has been identified as a suspect in Madeleine's disappearance. I wonder why or how, after 13 years, they now suspect this guy. How did that all shake down? And why did it take 13 years? Uh, okay, sent. All right, thanks, Clayform. I'll take a look at that now, and let's see if I can show you guys what he sent. I don't know if you guys know of any other social media or any other platforms where I could stream, where I could show stuff like this um, without any repercussions. Is this a photo? Is this him again, or what is this? I can definitely show this photo, but I need some more context about it. It just says cop shot, but where did you get the photo? Like what's the context of it? A random shot? Because he's not. I don't know. Is this Torgalski guy? Here's the photo that Clayform sent in. Again, I don't know anything about it because you didn't send me any news about it, just a photo. But thank you for the photo. That's the one that he sent. So is that Torgalski? It does look like him. There's a zoomed in. It looks like the same guy. It does look like him. But if you have any more information about that photo, that'd be great. Nora, I'll add more detail. Okay, thanks a lot, Clayform. Again, thanks for the email. I do appreciate that. And yeah, I wish there was a way you could have just posted it on YouTube, but we both know that there is no option for that. Again, guys, if you have time, please do hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate each and every one that has come up and enjoying the streams, as well as the videos that I posted. I did post a video about Madeleine earlier today. It was one of the top posts on Reddit as well, on the true crime subreddit. Let's see if I can pull up another news story about Madeleine here. Okay, so this is from the BBC. Let's see what they have to say about it.
Has been identified as a new suspect in the holiday route in Portugal ago. The man in his 40s is a convicted sex offender who had been living in the Algarve at the time, traveling around in a camper van. Tonight, detectives in Germany made a television appeal for more information. Madeleine Mccann was 3 years old when she went missing from Praia de Luz in 2007.
3 years
Here's our
old.
Home Affairs correspondent Daniel Sanford.
This is the Volkswagen camper van that was used by the new suspect in the Madeleine Mccann investigation. With its distinctive colours, police hope it will trigger someone's memory and lead to new evidence about their as-yet unnamed suspect.
He used the vehicle to live in, and certainly the week preceding, he was in there living. So he would move around the area using that van as probably his base.
The suspect also used this Jaguar car at the time. He registered the car into someone else's name the day after Madeleine Mccann disappeared. The 3-year-old went missing on May the 3rd, 2007. She'd been sleeping in her parents' holiday apartment while they were 50 meters away having a meal with friends. Her 17th birthday was last month. On the German version of Crime Watch this evening, police there revealed that the suspect has previous convictions for sexually assaulting girls and is thought to have burgled hotels and holiday apartments. He's currently in prison in Germany. His phone was used in Praia de Luz about an hour before Madeleine Mccann disappeared. Tonight, the Metropolitan Police are asking for anyone who can help with information about the mobile number he took the call on that night, the VW camper van that he was using that summer, and the old Jaguar XJR6 that he registered out of his name the day after Madeleine McCann disappeared. In a statement, her parents, Kate and Jerry McCann, seen here in 2007, said they'd like to thank the police forces involved in Britain, Germany and Portugal. They said they'd never give up hope of finding Madeleine alive. The German police said that theirs is a murder investigation, but Madeleine McCann's parents said that whatever the outcome is, they need to know what happened, as they need to find peace.
And Daniel is with me now. This is such a long-running mystery. How significant do you think this development could be?
Oh, I think it is a really good big moment 13 months on. You've got 3 police forces in Germany, Britain and Portugal all agreeing that this man is a key suspect, and he's a person that was living in the area at the time, whose mobile phone was being used in the town that evening, a man whose car was then registered out of his name into someone else's
but
name.
what was he? What is he in jail for now? Like what? He's already in jail from something previous, right? Well, what was that? Sorry, I'm gonna read you guys' messages. I was just posting the video there and showing it. Christian says, remember when you could message on YouTube? I missed that feature. I don't know why they disabled that feature. Probably too many trolls or something to that effect. Clayform, it was just a photo of the cop holding his tool in the face of the girl sitting on his father, on her father. What mental damage does that do to the girl? Your story made me think of this image. It's unreal, eh? These stories are hard to watch. Yeah, because it just incites more anger. You know, and that's why I'm saying, like, why would you not say the guy's name? The guy's already in jail. He's known a bastard. You know, like, I just can't believe why they wouldn't issue even the guy's name. The guy has more protection than if he was a good guy. Like the people in jail, they got it made, you know? They got their own like exercise time. They got, you know, TV if they want to watch TV. The food, they keep saying jail food sucks and everything. I don't think it's that bad. Not like I've ever been in jail, but I've heard stories where it's not so bad to be in jail, you know? And a lot of those people that don't have a place to live or whatever and live on the streets, they would do a crime just to be put in jail, because that way they'll be somewhere they can sleep every night, you know, and they'll be fed every day. Thanks to us taxpayers. So I don't want to tell the guy, "You're welcome." I would tell the guy, "You're welcome," after somebody can put a bullet in his head. Sorry for being so graphic, but again, yeah, like Christian said, this kind of stuff just really just makes you angry. Liberal European countries. Yeah, but you don't want to be in jail. It sucks. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, for guys like him, he's got it made in jail. He doesn't have to say his name, you know, because of privacy. F privacy. Because if he is in jail, he would be killed by the inmates in jail that hurt children. Not always, though, because those kind of people are put in a safety place, you know, away from the crowd, because they know that the crowd would kill them. So they get actual special leeway. They get put in their own special place where they're separate from everybody else. Again, it's like they're special or something, you know. Yeah, it is, because I remember that there was another. I don't even want to go about it, but there are definitely people that are these people who prey on children, get arrested, and they are put in a special place in jail where they are basically untouchable, which is disgusting. Feed them to the lions, man. If the security guard or if the cop that's in there at the time has a kid, just put him with the lions. You know, who's gonna tell on you? Nobody, man. Look what happened to Jeffrey Dahmer. You guys know the story about Jeffrey Dahmer, the cannibal eater? How did he die? Do you guys know how he died? Do you guys remember how he died? The inmates took care of him. A friggin' broom handle right up his, you know what? That's justice. Guys who think they're all tough ass, but when you go in jail, you still think you're a tough ass. I'll tell you something. Always look behind your shoulder, man, because there's always gonna be somebody there waiting. One day it will happen. And this story, every single time you hear about somebody getting arrested for a serious crime, they always say, oh, they plead insanity, they were crazy. I'm so sick and tired of hearing this excuse. Isn't it um, anybody that kills, there's obviously something wrong with you. So it's not that you're crazy, it's just that you deserve not to be alive anymore. Anybody that kills can say they are crazy because it's crazy to even imagine you can kill somebody, okay, let alone do it. So that is not an excuse. You can't say you're insane. You did it. That's it. You pay the price. End of story. They put the criminals in protective custody. Yeah, exactly. Feed them to the inmates. I wish they would, Clayform. I wish they would. You thought about tough ass. Exactly. So, again, hopefully this story about Madeleine, maybe the guy is just full of crap. Maybe he just wants the publicity. But I can't see that. Again, it's wishful thinking, but doesn't look like that's the case. So, I mean, we started off the stream talking about a 75-year-old man getting pushed by police. We end off with another story, a 3-year-old girl with the guy. If he's 43 now, he would have been, what, 31, 30 at the time? You know what, guys, gals, everything in between, nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. It could happen to anybody at any time from anyone. That's the scary thing. Again, I apologize for putting such a damper conversation tonight, but mainstream media, I don't think you would have seen the video of, you probably would have seen the video of him getting pushed to the ground. I'm sure you would not get to see the video of the blood coming out of his ears. If you guys want to see that, it is online. I don't know. Just makes you wonder. 2020 started with Corona back in January. Mainstream media didn't cover it. Police tried to pin Madeleine's parents that they did it. They always look at the parents first. In a way, I don't want to exactly bash the parents either, but if you're on vacation and it's the three of you, husband, wife, daughter, you do not leave that daughter alone anywhere for 1 second, especially when you're on vacation. It's like, I can't even imagine somebody in their home leaving a 3-year-old girl sleeping in her room. I don't even know if the door was locked. I don't know. But even if it was, would you, if you had a 3-year-old kid, would you leave her sleeping in her room while you go across the street to somebody else's house, you and your wife or you and your husband, whatever it may be, and leave the girl by herself? Can you imagine the feeling when you get back home and she's gone? So it's bad enough that the cops were blaming or saying that they were suspects. But at the same time, how could you live with yourself knowing that it would not have happened if you were where you were supposed to be? Or if you just brought the kid with you, it wouldn't have happened. You can never, ever leave a kid unattended, even if it's in your own home. But what's worse, they were on vacation and they left her alone. I know this is not the time to bash them, but it's been 13 years. And now, unfortunately, the truth may have come out. And I mean, after 13 years, you're not going to have much hope anyway. There's always hope until it's actually official and they found the body. But 13 years is an awfully long time. And again, if you would have been where you were supposed to be, we wouldn't even be having this discussion now or in the last 13 years. You would have seen your kid grow up and go to school and everything else. Not the last time you saw her, she was only 3 years old. But again, I apologize for ranting and raving about this kind of thing, but you know, Christian says, I wish I can go back to 2018. Christian, I wish I can go back to even before I was born in like the 60s and stuff. I always said the 60s would have been the best time. I think, anyway. Full of peace and love. I mean, I always say it here in 2020, peace and love, peace and love. But if we were in the 60s, you'd be saying it to everybody you're walking down the street, the flower in your hair. But I mean, yeah, I guess I'm way past like 60 years ago when I was like able to be like long hair and try to be or not try to be, but want to be a hippie or whatever, just the good times. But hippie, not like a marijuana smoking type hippie. I was never into the marijuana or anything else, but I was always into the whole like, Woodstock vibe. And as I always said, peace and love. That's what it was always about for me. But Kai Kai says, don't ever leave your child alone. Huh. Couldn't agree more with you, Kai Kai. I couldn't agree more. We're going to go on for about 1 or 2 more minutes. All right, guys. Again, it's just too upsetting, and we talked about it for long enough. So much bad news all year long. I mean, like I said, we covered Corona. We covered the riots, the looting, the protesting. And I'm 70, fully hippie. Hey, Clayform, we bond, man. We bond then. Clayform, where are you? Where are you? What are you in the States? What state are you in? I know Christian's out in California, Malibu. Kai Kai's out in Australia. And where are you from, Clayform? I didn't ask you. So I'm curious. I'm gonna guess East Coast. Oh yeah, you did say Hawaii. I'm so sorry. I forgot. I was so wrapped up in these videos and these conversations tonight. I forgot completely. But are you actually from Hawaii or did you move to Hawaii? Like you said you're 70. Have you been in Hawaii your whole life? Really? Near Kona. Did you guys have a lot of earthquakes or volcano eruptions or anything like that? I think you guys had a big one a couple of years back, didn't you? I don't know if it was on Kona, but I believe one of the islands there had a massive volcanic eruption. Came from California, been here 30 years. So you've been in Christian's area. He's in Malibu. So I guess the weather's always beautiful in Hawaii, right? Can't complain about the weather. But even California is nice. You guys don't ever have to worry about snow or cold minus temperatures. 40 miles from me. Yeah, that's not too far. That's kind of scary. Laguna. Pretty, pretty, pretty scary. Laguna Beach. What was his name in Curb Your Enthusiasm? David, not David. I'm so drawing a blank. See, I didn't even know what the, and I watched it like five seasons of it so far. Curb Your Enthusiasm. What's his name again? Oh my God, I can't believe this. The old guy. He does a great Bernie Sanders impression. Larry David. Maybe I'm just getting too tired. It's been a long week. But hey, it's Friday tomorrow, right? Reason to be happy. All right, guys. Like I said, if you guys can just smash that thumbs up button, I would appreciate it. We're going to call it a night. We will be back tomorrow night. Christian says he's never been to Hawaii. Watched him too. Yeah, it's a wicked show, eh? Curb Your Enthusiasm. Really good. I was never a Seinfeld fan. He is the creator of Seinfeld, but Curb Your Enthusiasm is just hilarious. Always puts himself in some kind of predicament or another. The Angry Prepper. You should watch him. Is that on YouTube? The Angry Prepper. All right, I'll check it out. What's it all about? I'm into more like conspiracy theories and stories that people don't really believe or want to believe. Oh, that's cool. If it is, yeah, I'll check them out for sure. Then the Angry Prepper. Thank you for the suggestion. And yeah, so we will see you guys, gals, everything in between tomorrow night again, 11 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow, sometime during the day, I'm going to post the top Asian horror movies you should watch this week. I've been doing it with Kai Kai for about, I think this is our third one now. It's got a lot of good people wanting to watch some, pretty obscure Asian horror movies. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely check that out. That will be posted sometime tomorrow. But yeah, we'll do another live stream tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, same as tonight, same as every other night. And yeah, I'll definitely check them out, Clayform. Thanks again for that, Angry Prepper. Guys, gals, everything in between, we will see you all tomorrow night, hopefully. Stay strong, stay healthy. Peace and love, like always. I always say it. I'm going to continue to say it all the time. Family first. Take care of yourselves and of each other. Stay strong. Mavakaga. Out.